Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today we are doing another unboxing video, one that I've wanted to do for probably over a year, or at least since I've started YouTube as a whole. And today I'm unboxing a StreamDeck. And for those of you who don't know what a StreamDeck is, basically it's a thing that allows you to change what you're doing. It's essentially a shortcut tool. And you plug it in your computer and you can change certain things, you can pull up certain things. So for me, I would mainly be using it for when I live stream. Basically what that will do is it will change what my scene is. My scenes are basically like my full face cam, kind of like what you see now, and then like the capture cam where you can see the gameplay or whatever I'm doing with my little face cam in the corner. My be right back screen where a video plays and I take a break for 10 minutes or whatever, and like my see you soon screen, and I also have the starting soon screen. That's a 5-minute countdown clock before I actually start the stream itself. And basically it's just a controller for all of that, so you don't have to actually be clicked on the OBS window to do it, which is super helpful because some games will close the game window if you click off of it, and so on and so forth. So there's various advantages to having one. And for those of you who don't know, the last couple live streams I've done, aside from the Game Night Live one, and then the first few that I did, I didn't have it set up because of various reasons. But basically, I used this app called Touch Portal on my iPad. And essentially, it's a free version of a Stream Deck. You only get 2 pages. You can pay a premium of one-time payment to get all the features unlocked. And I would have done it, but it stopped connecting to my computer. I deleted and re-downloaded the app on both the computer and my iPad. I tried it on my Chromebook, because I have a touchscreen Chromebook that has the Play Store as if it was a tablet with a keyboard. I did it on my phone, and it would not work. So I decided to take a gander over to eBay, because I knew that they were way too expensive to buy one brand new. And I found one that was new in box, that the guy used like twice, and he was selling it for $60 was the bidding price when I first started the auction. It had like 5 days left or whatever. I placed a bid. People kept outbidding me, and by the time I got it, I had only spent about $90 on this $180 brand new piece of equipment, and I'm essentially getting it brand new. It's just an open box. Alright, so without further ado, let's just jump right into this. So I have the package right here. It does feel like there's something on the outside of the box, but I can feel that there's obviously a box in there. So I don't know what that's going to be. But I am going to just tear right into this because I have not seen the box or anything yet. Jesus Christ, I almost just cut my mouse pad. That wouldn't have been good. Boy, that was an adventure. Alright, here we go. Also, it is just a box. I can already feel it. What I was feeling was the packaging. This is how big the packaging is. I'm gonna try not to show that shipping label too much, but this is what that packaging is. It was about this small before. So here is the box itself. Basically, you can see there's different buttons and so on and so forth. It's essentially just a keyboard, a shortcut keyboard, without having to map anything to a button on an actual keyboard. And you can do that. You can do hotkeys for OBS, so I can have a button pad to do it, but it's going to be the same buttons as my keyboard. So if I hit that button on the keyboard for whatever reason, it's going to switch what I'm doing when I'm not trying to. So that's why I didn't do that. And then, of course, I said I found Touch Portal, but that didn't end up working. Wow, this is really small. And here's the funny thing. So there's different sizes. There's a 6 key. There's I think this is, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 key. And then they have a big one that's like 30 keys. This looks so much smaller than I thought it would. Like, it's definitely a good size where it's manageable, and it's going to be really good. But it is so much smaller than I would have ever thought. So I will add, too, it's got this nice little case, or not case, this nice little stand with it. That way you can kind of just have it set up at whatever height you want. And here, hold on 1 second, let me move this stuff all out of the way. And so here is the device itself. It's just this nice little keypad. You press the buttons, it will change your scene. It does light up. You'll map whatever you need. I'll put images on so I know what's what, so on and so forth. And then it just plugs in by USB. And honestly, that's all there is to it as far as the hardware end. All the rest of it is in the software, which I will get to in just a minute. I'm just going to hook this up and get it going. Okay, so I'm going to record with my microphone audio, but I've got it on my iPhone camera here, which means the quality is going to be way better than the webcam, which I'm going to replace that soon as well. That's all coming with the move. But so here it is right here. I have it set up. Also, I want to add this. Ignore the complete mess of candy and then the McDonald's from earlier today. But I have a new mic stand as well. It's better than the other one I had because the other one had such a powerful spring that I could not. I had to force it into certain positions. But anyway, so here it is right here, right now on the back of the desk. I have yet to plug it in. I'm about to do that here. USB. I'm going to plug it into the front of my computer because I'm about to move, so I don't want to get it all managed up correctly. Alright. Plugged it in. It flashed for a second. Okay, we got the Elgato logo. Your USB device, StreamDeck, is working properly. Perfect. Now, is it going to do anything before I download the software? I'm going to guess it's not going to. What happens if I touch it? Okay, looks like it's going to do nothing. Let me download the software and I will be right back. Alright, so really quickly, before I jump back, let me just move the mic a little bit. Hopefully that wasn't too loud for you. So before I jump back over to the StreamDeck, the physical StreamDeck, I want to show you guys the software. So this is the StreamDeck MK2, so it's the 15-key version, so you have different software for the different versions. Now, this is very similar to Touch Portal. There's just extensive features that I didn't have with Touch Portal that I at least didn't know how to set up. So one of the things I see right now that I want to do, activate voice changer. I'm going to sync that. Let's put it one of the bottom buttons because I'm not likely to use it all the time. And we'll just start there. So with voice mod. So basically voice mod needs to be running. So I can start voice mod here or I can start voice mod through the computer. And basically that's going to just let me turn the voice effects on or off. So I'll start voice mod and I'll show you what that'll do as I press the button. So I have voice mod up right here, as you can see. So like, I'm assuming if I have the voice changer setting, if I tap the activate voice changer, it'll go to whatever the last preset was. I don't know if I can put on specific voices. This window is just too big right now. We're just gonna do that. Okay, that's about all I can do. Okay, that's great. So if I do this, it should activate the voice changer. Okay, so it turns off the voice changer. Okay. Oh, I understand. It's an instant activation. So it'll be on while you hold it, but when you turn it off, your normal voice comes back. That's actually really smart. So, for example, I'm going to watch it back too just to certify this. If I go to Magic Chords, which is a vocoder, I'm going to go do Magic Chords, and I'm assuming you're just going to hear me as Magic Chords. But as I turn this on, you should hear me all vocoded, and I may need to change my input because I don't know what it's on, but that might be the only thing making it not work. Okay, so I watch it back, you couldn't hear me vocoded. Right now you shouldn't be able to anyways if it's on the correct input. So basically, the way voice mod works, if you don't know, very simple. They have a free version, by the way. I just have the paid version, one-time payment. I got a deal with that, so a lifetime subscription. Yay, gotta love those. Basically, voice mod, obviously it's a voice modification, voice modifier. So if in your OBS, or any source that's using your microphone, you need to have it set to the voice mod microphone. Because if it's set to your microphone itself, like this was set to the LCS, whatever, AK860i, whatever the name is, microphone. That's what it was set to. Now it's set on the voice mod setting. So since I'm on vocoder, or Magic Chords, as I activate this, it should get all vocoded, and I can tell because it's peaking my microphone, and it wasn't doing that before. And as I turn it off, it should return to my normal voice. Yes, so that worked. There are several other, as you can see, other voice mod specific ones, like the instant sensor beep. I'm just going to close that. I want to put on instant sensor beep. I want to know what that's going to do. I'm probably going to have page 1 be my vocal effects, or maybe I'll turn that into a folder. But as I do that, that one's I'm gonna have to play around with that one, but it's like Morse code. It's interesting too, because that plays through my microphone sound. I hope you're not hearing double, by the way, when I'm turning on the sound, because I have my desktop audio on. But the good thing is, With that, if I hit it, everybody else is going to hear it, but I'll hear it too, so I know it's actually playing. There are some that, like, unless you have certain settings on, you don't know. That's interesting. So I also want to add the voice changer on or off. So if I do that, it should get vocoded. And as I turn it off, it should not be vocoded anymore. I don't know if that's going to work as it says, but I'm not sure. I'd rather do the push to talk, but it might be nice to have both of them. Obviously, too, I'm not going to overload this with vocal effects. The vocal effects, are the voice mod ones, are going to get their own folder, and then the normal pages and the mic mute and unmute and stuff, that's all going to have its own. Because I rarely play with voice mod on. It's so rare that I do that, but I'd like to have it set up because I think it's funny. So that's really interesting too. So I just created a folder for voice mod. It's going to not be all my vocal stuff, but it's going to be specifically all my voice mod stuff. And it's interesting because as I typed voice mod on the folder, it appeared in real time as I typed it on the StreamDeck. That is how quick this is, which is really cool. That is the cooler thing about this than Touch Portal. Because with Touch Portal, you had to save the preset before it showed up on your device that you were using. So with this, it's all instantaneous, which is really cool. Turn the modifier on. Turn the modifier off by pushing. Push to talk. Push to talk. Does that... Oh, it activates both. Okay. Which obviously you didn't hear me say mute, and then my sensor beep. So I'll play more around with the voice mod ones, but I want to get like the general stuff all set up as well. So back on page 1, the first thing I want to do, where is it? I want to, there it is. Where did it go? There it is. Record. I want record to be number 1 to stop and start recording. Oh, I don't care about that. Please launch Streamlabs. Well, it's not for Streamlabs. Oh, yeah, it is. I'm not looking at the right thing. That's why. There we go. I don't do hardly anything in Streamlabs, so I don't want it there. OBS, stop, start recording. Hopefully it doesn't cut out my recording as it's loading up. Hey, there we go. Okay, it was just a setting or two. Whoa. Throwing my mic all over the place here, trying to adjust it. Basically, it was just a small setting that I just needed to change. I just needed to close and relaunch OBS because it wasn't working. So this, I'm just going to label record. So it's going to show up on the StreamDeck as record. And it's going to show up like that right now, though it's going to be on both modes, because right now it's on, because I am recording. And I'm assuming that it's going to do that even if I start recording through the computer as well. So I'm not really sure exactly the pretenses of that, but I mean, I'll find out at some point. Now, I do want to add scene buttons. I want to make that one my starting soon screen. So that way when I touch that, it's going to be starting soon. And I'm basically just going to title it starting. That's it. Just starting. And as you can see, it shows up there because currently the button is off. So basically that's going to go over to the starting soon screen. Eventually I may change these icons just to avoid confusion. But now I'm going to continue to do this as well. So I'm going to have 5, so I may as well make it 1 row. I did be right back. Yep, so thanks for watching. We're just going to title that one THX, because that's going to be pretty obvious. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do thanks for watching, BRB, streaming capture, streaming face cam, and my starting soon. Then I think I'm going to put my AV widgets up here on the top, plus I think I'm then going to put my recording tab or scene switcher widgets. I think that's it. Facecam and the capture, I think, is the only 2 that I actually use while recording. Oh, okay, good. Hey, I found it. Okay, so this is basically my mute and unmute button through OBS. I had to go to a, what the hell was that? It was a audio mixer button. So basically you set it for the source, the audio source that you need, and it allows you to mute or unmute. So I'll title it in a second, but basically, and I'll unmute, and now you can hear me just fine. And the good thing is there's another version that I'm hoping I can find, because there should be a way to do it, where I can mute myself in game or in Discord or whatever. Normally, if I'm playing with people, it's in Discord. I don't really talk to randoms in game typically. But if I'm in Discord, I should be able to have a way to silently mute my microphone without anybody knowing. Which that way I can mute it and they won't hear me, but you will. Which is not necessary, but it'd be nice to have. Oh yeah, I need to title this. Okay, what else should I try? Oh, yeah, right now, why don't I just show you the different scenes? So I'm going to go scene to scene, and there's some that my microphone is by default muted, so you won't be able to hear on some of them. I'm going to talk anyway, and if you hear it, because I may have a messed up setting, who knows? So that is to record my face cam, and it basically just switches a button, so it's lit up for the buttons that are on. So as you can see when I was here in this scene, this is lit up. You might be able to see the camera one light up for a second. Yep, you see it light up as it transitions. Okay, so before I finish this step, I wanted to show you guys what I'm doing. So I have 3 pages created right now. Page number 3 is currently blank. Page 2 is like my main one. That's like where everything is. And with that, I may take the page indicator off. But then I have page 1, which right now is all these keys, and then the next page 1. What are all of these? These all are specific key pages to go to page 2. Now, why did I do that? Because this is what it looks like on, where's my camera? On the StreamDeck, right? It's all the same key. So I did that because I wanted to put a background on there, not a screensaver, because that requires setting up sleep time, which I didn't want to do. What I did want to do was have a background by default that I can just have it sitting on while the computer is on and I'm not using it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to set an icon. So if I go to downloads, I went to key creator. There's an Elgato key creator, and basically it set up a StreamDeck wallpaper. I don't know. So that's just going to make it the whole thing. So here's what I'm going to do. Reset to default. So I need to figure out how to get each individual one because it won't show up because it's in a zip file. Okay, there we go. So this should work. So I'm going to make it my logo, and I'm going to go to StreamDeck keys, and we're going to go in order of number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, 14, and since I can't change the page indicator, I'm just going to change the icon for that, and 15. So this is my logo, and this is now, I will show you once again, this is what you see on my StreamDeck. I know it's a little hard to see with the light, but it's my logo is the now and forever until I change it, the home page of the StreamDeck. I think that looks super cool. I'm going to show you what it looks like better. I'll show you with this camera. Okay, so this is basically the 4K version of what this looks like, the StreamDeck on mobile. It's a little hard to tell. It's funny because it kind of cuts off my face in the top middle there, like right there in the center. Looks really funny. I know I kind of had a hard time focusing there. But other than that, it looks super, super cool. Like as I pull back the setup a little bit, focus, come on, there we go. It's just a super cool addition to have. That looks so cool. Oh, that's really cool. So, I just, I was trying to find buttons to fill up the page, aside from obviously the voice mod file, but I have, there's a multimedia button, and I have it set to increase and decrease my volume, which is really cool because my PicTech keyboard, the one that I had before the Razer keyboard, had multimedia buttons on it to rise and increase, decrease the volume, skip, like previous, next, mute, stuff like that. Like it had those multifunction. Here I have to hit the function key on this keyboard to use the multimedia. And while I'm playing a game, I don't necessarily want to do that. So just being able to do it right here is really neat. Yeah, I suppose we'll do that. Volume up, down, and then I've got a play pause button that I'm pressing, but I hit stop on the video, so it won't show up as that. But that, I think, is going to work out the best. So we got my logo screen for the background. I've got my multifunction keys on the bottom, my 3 multimedias, my stop start recording, my recording face cam and capture screen, my mute button for OBS, my voice mod effects, my 5 scenes for when I'm live, and then a third page, and so on and so forth. The option for other pages if I need them, which right now I really don't. Which I'm not really surprised by, because I only used... Also, I know the lighting on my face is getting darker. I have the blinds helping light my video today, and it's getting dark outside. But yeah, no, that's really, really cool. Holy shit, I can't believe I actually have a Stream Deck. Like, this is the coolest thing ever. This is awesome. Alright, man, this is so cool. Again, I apologize about the lighting, because my window was lighting the video today, and I didn't turn on my other lights yet, because the other lights were too bright, and the ring light alone was not bright enough. So that's why it's as dark as it is right now. It typically isn't this dark, but I'm not going to change it at this point, because I'm done recording. Ignore the fact as well that I look green. There, I fixed it. That's a little better. I still look a little green, but that's okay. Again, I want to mention, too, I am going to get a new webcam very, very, very soon. This is officially the last video that is being done in this apartment. There will not be another video until I move into my new place. Because I move in a week and a half, and I only have a couple pieces of furniture to get out, and then a few boxes worth of small things. Then it's bringing the desk, and the bed is the last thing to go. So I'm just about done here. Now, before I start recording in the new place, I do want to upgrade my camera. I have a few ideas of which ones I'm going to get. It's just a matter of really just narrowing it down, because I'm indecisive. But the setup there is going to be really cool. I'm going to have the Stream Deck all there with me, too. Not that you'll ever see it, but it's such a cool aesthetic thing to have that screen on there of me and my logo. That is just so cool. Yeah, I think that's where I'm going to leave it today, because I've got about 45 minutes or so worth of recording with that. Half of it's going to get cut out, because half of it was me experimenting and forgetting to stop the recording. So, that's always fun. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this was a nice, hopefully not too long, kind of look into what a Stream Deck is, what it does, and how it works. I can confirm that Touch Portal is identical to Stream Deck as far as software. You just can't have a physical piece of hardware there. You have to do it on a device, so there's not physical buttons, but you can change the size of the buttons on Touch Portal so that they can be bigger, so you don't have to worry about missing it. So if you want a free version of essentially what I've got here, I would suggest Touch Portal. I don't know why it stopped working for me. I don't need to know why, because I've got a Stream Deck now. So, again, I would urge you to do that if you're on a very, very tight budget. If you're on a less tight budget, I would get a Stream Deck through eBay. And if you're on a very loose budget, then I would suggest just buying one brand new. But now, with all that being said, this is officially my goodbye to the apartment. I'm going to do a small tour of the new place, so it's going to be kind of like a vlog. It's going to be like the back end of showing this place completely empty and pretty much run through everything at this point. And then it's going to start there, it's going to end at the new place, and it's probably going to end several days, maybe even a week or two after I get to the new place, because I'm going to wait till I get my new camera to do the vlogging section where I sit down and discuss the change and everything for a few minutes. So I just wanted to add that here, so it's going to be a hot minute before I upload again. It's probably going to be close to a month, which is A-okay, because my goal this year was to upload once a month, and I didn't in January, but I did in February, and then I had 2 or 3 in February. Now, without further ado, I need to go eat something because it's been several hours, and I'm hungry. And then I'm going to go move a few things. Also, I know I keep looking over here. It's just looking at my monitor, looking at myself. And when I'm looking over here, it's the camera. Just to avoid confusion there, in case you're like, why does he keep looking off to the side? That's why I'm looking at my other monitor. So with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you want to see any other unboxing videos. I'm going to continue to do them anyway, but if there's anything in particular you want to see, just let me know. But yes, with that, for the final time, I'm going to go. I'm going to eventually have a said outro that I say, keeping it nice and condensed, because I do this every time. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.